Good afternoon, all. Oh, excuse me, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. It's predictions bonus week because there's no Premiership, so I'm calling this game week 20 bonus. I hope everyone's well. I hope you're all good. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just looking to see who I can see in the chat because we've got quite a bumper show. And what I will say to people off the bat is it's completely blindsided me. I've forgotten that there's week 21 of predictions is next week. There's actually games in the Premiership start on Tuesday. Now, I predicted for today that we would do 20 games. I sorted the 20 games out earlier on this week, set it all up in the back of the show, ready to ask you all and to put it towards you all, only to find out that games have now been changed because of TV and stuff like that. And with that being said, because they've now been changed, I'm having to do a show today to do the bonuses. I'm going to have to do a show on Monday for week 21, but the bonuses wouldn't have finished. Then next Thursday, I'm going to have to do a results show for the bonus week. And then on Friday, it will be a results show for week 21 and week 22 predictions. So, yeah, it's all on top. It's all on top. But let me see what we've got. Let me see what we've got. Top Spurs was first in. Says, hi, Jose and all. Adrian is here, says, good afternoon, Jose and all. I know that Adrian is still here. And with that being said, I'm going to add Adrian to the show. Let me find Adrian. I needed to make it easier for myself. Let me add Adrian. I've added some people that I've already seen. David Shears here says, good day, Adrian, Top Spurs, Cobbers, and Jose. Oh, yeah, Jose. So let me add David Shear to the show. Mr. Shear. Let me add David Shear. Just need to find him. He was in the show last week. Here's David. Let me add David now. I'm not chasing people today, so because it's quite stacked. People that make it will make it, and people that don't make it don't make it. Smash a like for the stream, and also if you wish to subscribe and become a member, up to you guys. And all new players are welcome to play in all the competitions. Obviously, today it's only a bonus week, but next week when we do the show on Monday, it will be back to Fantasy Football Premier, Predict the Prem Online, and Predictions League. We've got Graham's here saying afternoon, Jose, sir, and to each other. Finn's here saying good afternoon to me. David Clark is saying hi to everyone in the chat, and it's absolutely freezing. Let me add David Clark into the show as well. Well, Mr. Clark, where are you, sir? So you would have been one of the ones that I'd caught up with last week. So you would be further down the list this week. David Clark, there we go, David Clark. Let me add David Clark into the show now. Right, David Clark is here. We have Rinketic, my favourite Spanish person. So let me add Rinketic, and Ian Meth's here. I'm going to add Ian Meth as well. Rinketic added to the show. And then I've got Ian Meth to add as well. Let me find what Ian Meth is. Ian Meth is here. Right, Ian Meth. So I've added Rinketic and Ian. Jimmy Hotspur, I've added Jimmy Hotspur already. Says big up Jose. Good afternoon in the chat. Carl Simpson is here. I've added Carl. Carl says afternoon Jose and everyone in the chat. I've added Ian. He says hi all. We've got good day from Australia. Jess is here. Says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Jess. Colin's here. Is Colin here for the day, or is he going to dart away? I'm hoping he's going to be. I'm going to add him just to make it easier for me. So let me add Jess. Jess is added. I'm going to add Colin, and then knowing that he might be at work and might not be able to predict, but just in case, we'll add him anyway. So we add Colin into the show. Numbers starting to bubble up. Who else we got here? Big up, guys, says Colin. So I've got Colin. Ah, here we go. You've got Ronnie. Ronnie's here, says afternoon, Jose, and all in the chat. And we also have Mikey Rads. Afternoon, hope all is well. So it's Ronnie and Mikey to be added. Let me get Ronnie. Ronnie's there. Add Ronnie. Here we go. We've got Ronnie, and then I've got to add Mikey. As I'm saying, getting this all done now makes it easier for me when you guys start predicting. That's Mikey added as well. Quez is here. Good afternoon, Quez, or good morning to you, Quez. Nice to see you live on a live show. Quez was further down because he left his on the stream. So let me pull Quez back up. Good afternoon. Good morning to you, Quez. Quez is there. We have, who else we got? We've got Richards here. We got Jimmy. Jimmy keeps changing his name, and we have Nita. Good afternoon, all. Hi, how's in the chat? So we have Richard, James, as I call him. So I've got him as Jimmy Talks Football, and I'm going to keep you as Jimmy Talks Football because you keep changing your name all the time, pal. So it's Jimmy Talks Football for me at the moment, or James as I call him. We have Richard is here, and we have Nita. Let me add you all to the show. Nita. Right, Nita. Add Nita to the show as well. Numbers are starting to bubble up, right? Ah, we have Drula. Drula's here. Says afternoon, Jose the Cockerel crew. I can also see that Big John is here as well. So let me add Drula, and let me add Big John. Drula added, and now we got Big John. Big John, Big Bad John. I've got a feeling that this week, if people don't play because they forget there's no Premiership games, some of you are going to make up points. Vindaloo's here. Vindaloo is here. He wants to let everyone know that he was top dog last week, and he certainly was. He got the most points last week. He got 16. So he done well in the end, Vindaloo. Let me add Vindaloo to the show now. Vindaloo becomes the next player. Who else have we got in here? We got anyone else in here? Got people who are talking to each other. We're just going to say Daykaru is here. Says I tried my best to stay awake, but sorry I fell asleep. Good news, the rain woke me up in time. Nice to have you here, Daykaru. God bless you, mate. Nice to have you here on a live show. I know it's very early in the morning for you, but thank you very much for joining in. Daykaru is now added to the show. I've got Leo here as well. Leo. Have I missed Leo? Here he is. I'm going to add you to the show, Leo. It says, yo, much my love, my homies, hope everyone is well. I'm going to add Leo to the show. Daniel Coys is here, or Dane as I call him. So let me add Leo and let me add Dane. Leo is one of these ones that we do need to predict, because if Leo predicts, Leo will get to the 100 club. It's what we want, more people to the 100 club. So there's Leo, and then we've got Dane. Let me find Dane. Dane. He was live last week, so Dane is here. Right, I've found Dane. Let me add him to the show. Dane is Danny, or Dan Coys, but I call him Dane. It just saves me time. Let me see. Big up. Julie Severs. Hello, Julie. Hi, Jose. Nice to see you on the mend. Life has been too busy, totally. Just wanted to check in and say hello, my friend. Good afternoon to you, Julie Tottenham mum. I'm hoping that you're able to predict today, and I'm going to add you to the show. And if you're able to predict, it'll be all the better. Right, where's Julie's name? There's Julie. Thank you very much. Let me add Julie to the show. Right, Julie has now been added. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you, Julie. David Clark wants to let us know that he's eating stew and dumplings and it's hot and delicious, he says. Colin says it's -6 here today. I'm well over the cold. Then we also have Archer is here saying good afternoon in the chat. Let me add Archer into the show. It's Archer as well. The numbers are bubbling up. And then we have Inner Hype. Inner Hype's here. Good afternoon, Inner Hype. Nice to see you back, mate. You're another one that gets some points and you'll break the 100 as well. Let me just find Inner Hype. Inner Hype. There he is. There's Inner Hype. Let me add Inner Hype into the show. Right, Inner Hype's now added. Have we got any more? Roundtable Talk. I'm sure that's Roundtable Talk is here somewhere. Is he here? Or is it just someone just calling out his name? I've not seen. Gus Parker is here. Good afternoon, Gus. Let me add you to the show. Numbers are bubbling up. There's quite a few of you for the live show, which is good. Right, that's Gus P. Just want to make sure that I've caught everyone. Johnny Bethnal Green. El Vasco, I hope you're well, sir, you and your family. Let me add you into the show, sir. I need to find you. You're here, Johnny Bethnal Green. Did I see Nick or not? I'm sure someone said round table, but I've not seen his commenters yet. It doesn't mean he's not here. Right. So far, I've got you right. So, from the people that are in the show at the moment, I have got. If I don't read your name out, it's because I haven't got you. So at the moment, and the like button's not being hit, there's only 22 likes. There's 34 of you in here at the moment, 35 of you, in fact. So at the moment, we have got Jimmy Hotspur, Carl Simpson, Graham, Finn, Adrian, David Shear, Cobber, David Clark, Rinketic, Ian Meth, Jess, Colin, Ronnie, Mikey Romero, Quez, James, Richard, Nita, Drula, Big John Vindaloo, Dave Dekaru, Leo, Dan Coys, Dane, Julie, Archer, Inner Hype, Gus Parker, and Johnny Bethnal Green. Is that it? Is there anyone else that I need to add to the show? If there is, please let me know and I'll add you right now. Kuva is here. Kuva. Quiero bailar la salsa. Right, let me add Kuva into the show. Right, so I've added Kuva. So I've got everyone so far. Right, now. Right, so I've added everyone to the show. So just to explain, it only dawned on me today, I've been blindsided, that next week is game week 21. It starts on Tuesday. I initially did these predictions for today. I did them earlier on this week, only to find that games have now been changed. The dates for the games that I picked have now been changed. So they will end up overlapping with the games of the game week 21. So the predictions that we set for today, the show for the results for that will be next Thursday because I'm away with work. And then on Monday, I will do week 21's predictions and we'll do Predict the Prem. I'll also be a reminder for Predict the Prem and Fantasy Football League. So you're going to have to bear with me. And then on Friday, I will give the results for week 21 and then we'll do week 22. Because there's so much going on, next week in the games of game week 21 with the Premier League next week, I'm only doing 3 bonus games. Today, there are 20 bonus games. Right. So, first bonus game for everybody this week. Anyone that wants to join in, please put a score in. It's Birmingham versus Lincoln in the FA Cup, please, people. And as you're doing that, let me say that Jesse, a member for 5 months, says smash the likes. And Rinketic, a member for a month, says like and sub or Jose will find you. So thank you very much for flexing your member chats. Nick Fadley's here. I'm going to add you, Nick. Good afternoon, sir. Right, Big John is the first one in. And Nick Fadley's playing as well. Let me add you, Nick. Let me add you now, mate. Nick Fadley. Nick Fadley should be a bit further up here. There's Nick. All right, Nick, got you, and I'm going to add you to the show. Right, first person in with their scores. The Lincoln versus, and I've got my feelings are that if the games are a draw after 90 minutes, I do think they go to penalties. I'm not sure, but if the games are a draw, I think they go into penalties. So first we've got Big John coming in with 3-1. Right, Big John says 3-1. Then we have Colin at 2-0. Collins at 2-0. Danes at 2-1. Dane, because you used to be Dane. It's just easier for me to call you Dane. Dan and an E Dane together. 2-1 for Dane. 3-0 for Gus Parker. Gus Pete, 3-0. David Shear, 3-1. Mikey Romero, 2-0. And then we have Jess, 2-1. Daykaru, 2-0. 2-0 for Daykaru. And then we have Adrian at 2-1. 2-1 for Adrian. We have a 2-1 for Drula. Where's my Drula? My Drula's up there. 2. And then we have 2-1 for Carl and a 3-1 for Graham. 2-1 for Carl and a 3-1 for Graham. And then we have Custom Spoons. So, Custom Spoons is here. Good afternoon, Custom Spoons. Nice to see you back. Another one who can gather points quickly. And Customs is coming in with a 2-0. The 2-0 to Customs. Let me just come out of that one. Rinketic. Right. Sorry, where am I with Customs? I've got Customs. David Clark, 3-1. Nita, 3-1. So Nita and David Clark, both of the 3-1. And David Clark with a 3-1. Then we have Nick with a 3-1 and Inner Height with a 1-2. Inner Height with a 1-2. Nick Bradley with a 3-1. Richard is a 2-1. Richard is 2-1. Let me find Richard as a 2-1. Hotspurs 3-1. Sly Dancers here. Good afternoon, Sly. I hope you're feeling much, much better, my friend. I hope you're much, much better. And a happy new year to you, sir. Maybe better than the end of last year for you, mate. I'm going to add Hotspurs in now, and I'm going to add Sly Dancer in to the show. You find Sly. Where is Sly? Sly. There he is. Oops, sorry. No, he's there. Side Dancer. And Hotspurs added. Hotspurs did say something, and I can't. Hotspurs says 3-1. Ryan G's here. Good afternoon, Ryan. I'm going to add you now, sir. So you're in here as well. Is Ryan? Let me add Ryan into it. Lovely with Ryan as well. Ryan says 2-0. Rinketic says 3-0. Rinketic says 3-0. And then we have James says 2-0. Johnny Wascott says 4-0. Ian Meth says 2-0. Ian Meth says 2-0. Hi, Sai, yep, done. Quez 3-1. Archer 2-0. Let me find Archer because I know that he's in the show because I've already added Archer. Archer says 2-0. Side Dancer says 3-1. Hoover says 3-0. Ronnie says 1-0. Ronnie says 1-0. Great Dane. Ed M's here. Good afternoon, Ed M. He says 2-1. Ed M says 2-1. Ed M added, and Ed M says 2-1. Finn says 2-1. Finn was earlier up there. It's hit. The first game is on now. Oops, sorry. The first game is Birmingham Lincoln. We're on that now. Vindaloo says 2-0. Vindaloo says 2-0. 2-0 says Vindaloo. And then we have David Shear telling people to hit the likes. And you've got Peter Kagayas is here. Hello, Peter. Says hi, all 3:23 a.m. in Melbourne. I hope you're well, Peter. No doubt you are working at 3:23, where at 3:23 we have Decaro here watching. Right, the people that haven't given me figures, scores, are Jimmy Hotspur. Right, I'm missing, unless I've missed them completely. Right, I'm missing. I'm going to roll back down. I've got Jimmy Hotspur, Leo, and Julie. And it could well be that Julie's gone back to work. It could well be that Leo's gone back to work. And Jimmy Hotspur, it's my fault if I've missed yours, but I'm going to roll back and have a look. Let me have a look. Running a mess. So new Peter Guys, Decaro, Vindaloo, yet. There's no games called off at the moment. I'm not going to do. I put 3-0 says Jimmy Hotspur. Sorry, Jimmy, I didn't see it, mate. Let me add you 3. It's me eye. It's me eye. Right. So, with that being said, I'm going to take out Leo and Julie for the time being, because if I take out Leo and Julie, then we're back to where we need to be. Pity, because I was hoping they would both take part. They can do if they wish to. At the moment, they're not here. So take them out. I can then move them up. Let me do this now. So take them up, move them up. Add a bit of cosmetics, people, and then I'll be with you. And move these people up from here where they are now. And there we go. Move them up, and then we all are there. Right. Yeah, we're all there. I think we've got everybody. There's nobody else. Peter has gifted out 5 channel memberships. It's very kind of you, and thank you very much, Peter. And they've gone to Nate, Mikey Romero, Side Dancer, The Potato, and Just a Harmless Potato. You're on the first game, Ellie, so thank you very much, Peter. Birmingham Lincoln, Ellie, is the first game. So thank you very much, Peter, for that. So that's 5 memberships have gone out to them 5 people. So please thank Peter for the memberships. So Ellie, we're on the first game, which is Birmingham Lincoln. If you can give me the score for that one, it'd be much appreciated. And what I'm going to do is Birmingham Lincoln. Just waiting on Ellie to see whether she can come in. Pete, Side Dancer saying thank you to Peter for the membership. It's much appreciated. Queen Ellie Hoiberg has gone 3-0. So let me add Ellie into this list now, and then we can move on. I need to find Queen Ellie. There she is. Queen Ellie is here. So let me get Queen Ellie. Right, Queen Ellie is there. She's in. Right, moving on. Oh, sorry, moving on to the next game. Peter Kagais, did you just give out another 5? Peter Kagais is just giving out another 5 memberships. I think you feel sorry for me. Look at that. There you go, people. Can you see it all now? The stitches. I'm playing football tonight, by the way. But there's the eye. It's all black and smashed. Oh, that way, smashed on the side. Sorry, Stacey's here and she's saying thank you. Can I just say to Stacey and who's just come in? Stacey and to Paul G, the first game that we're talking about is Birmingham Lincoln. So for Stacey, Paul G, who've just joined us, and anybody else that's just joined us, please put your predictions for Birmingham Lincoln. I'm going to add Stacey and Paul G to the show now. So I've just got to find these people's names. Right, Senor Paul G, where's Stacey? And then Paul G. Right, I found Paul G. I'm adding Paul G to the show now. And I'm going to add Stacey in, who's just been gifted a membership from Peter. The mum overlord, here she is. Right, add Stacey into the show. So Stacey and Paul G, you can give me predictions on this one. This is the first game. You can see Stacey's gone 2-0. Paul G's gone 2-1. Right. Peter, have you just given out another 3? I've got a feeling that Peter's just given out another 3. I'm not sure. I think he has. Let me just go back. Yeah, he has. This is really kind of you, Peter. These have gone to Steve Riffamato, Cam Sharks, Indian Scouser, DJ Samuel, and I can't see the last one it's gone to. Nick Fadley says, I'm left out. No, Nick, what it is that if people, you need to switch your permissions on. If you switch your permissions on to receive, to accept and receive gifts, then you have a chance on whatever channel you're on. You have a chance that when people are gifting, doesn't have to just be this channel, it can be any channel, but you need to switch the ability to accept gifts and that. And if you do that, Potato, we're on Birmingham Lincoln. It's the first game, mate. So if you want to join in now. So yes, you need to switch your gifts on. And if you do that, it doesn't matter what show you might be on. You can receive a gift if someone gives it to you. It's something you have to do within your own settings, mate. And what I will say, they are given at random, so there's no rhyme or reason who gets them. It is at random. Right, let me just go back to Potato, because Potato, you just joined. And you got 2-0. Right, 2-0. Right, so I think Peter's just given out another 5. And if he has, I think. And they've gone to Spurs Kings TV, AJ, The Perfect Match, Chang, and Moravian. Peter, thank you very much. That's so kind of you. I think everybody in the chat, I'm hoping you can read the chat as well. But everyone in the chat is saying what a generous person and how happy they are. So thank you very much, Peter, for that. What I do ask is if people can hit the like button for the stream, because the likes apparently all help. Got 40 odd people in and only 33 likes. Anybody that's new that wants to play, you're more than welcome. I'm going to move on to the second game. Anyone that's not predicted yet that wants to predict, Birmingham Lincoln is the game that we're on. You're more than welcome to enter now. Otherwise, we move on to the second game. Right. I'm going to move on to the second game. Yeah, Dakaru is quite right here. But Dakaru said, Peter Kagais is a dead set legend, not because of the membership gifts, but because of his work in our emergency departments. I still have my mum here today due to people like him. Exactly. And you've got Daniel also agreeing with Dakaru. So, yeah, it's an important job that he does. You also got David Shear saying big up to Peter as well. Yeah, Peter does an important job for people in Australia, where he obviously lives and works, and it's a fundamental job. And at the end of the day, people are in safe hands for people like Peter. Graham Hill says, "Good afternoon, Jose. Good afternoon, Graham. I hope you're well. Graham, do you want to enter predictions into the game that we play, which is the competition that we play? And if you do want to play, Graham, you're more than welcome to do so. The first game that we're predicting is Birmingham Lincoln. We're just about to move to the second game. So if you want to take part as a new player, you're more than welcome to do so. Just give me a prediction for Birmingham Lincoln if you fancy playing. Yeah." I'll give it another 30 seconds if Graham wants to join in. Oh, you saw me on Savage Show, Graham. Thank you very much. Do you want to play, mate? If you do want to play this, the show that we do today is about predictions. I've got a community of people that come in and do predictions, and we run a league. There's no Premiership games this weekend. It's the FA Cup bonus games this weekend. And if you want to predict, you're more than welcome to do so. A correct prediction scores you 3 points. A prediction, although not the correct score, but the prediction the right way scores you a point. And we do this on a weekly basis. So you're more than welcome to enter a score, Birmingham versus Lincoln. Right. And I will move on to the second game of the weekend. And the second game of the weekend is Bristol City versus Wolves. Another game in the FA Cup. Bristol City versus Wolves. Please, people. Ah, look who's first in. Oh, is that Kuba's first? Oh, where's Kuba? Is that Kuba first in yet? Kuba's first in. Bristol City 2, Wolves 1. So it's a 2-1 victory for Kuba. After Kuba, oh, this is all jumping now. After Kuba, we have Big John at 1-3. Big John. Oh, it's Big John's up here. Sorry, the first game, I went for Birmingham 2, Lincoln 0 in the first game. Big John is who I'm looking for. Where's Big John's name? One of the longest. There he is. Right, so we have Big John at 1-3. Then we have Finn at 0-2. Then we have Colin at 1-4. Then we have Jesse, Adrian, Archer all on 1-2. Jess, Adrian, and Archer. There's Archer. Archer was here. There we go. We have Archer. Then we move on to Drula at 1-3. Stacey at 1-0-1. Stacey 0-1. And then we move on from Stacey. We've got Ian Meth at 1-2, Jimmy Hotspur 1-2, Johnny Bethnal Green 1-2, Paul G 1-2, Ellie 1-2. So there's a train of 1-2s. So I've got the Ellie. I've got to find Paul G. It shouldn't be too far because Paul came in a bit later as well. That's 1-2 there. Then we have Johnny Bethnal Green, Jimmy Hotspur, and Ian Meth. 1-2. Ian Meth. 1-2. Anyone that's new, you're more than welcome to join in. I keep saying this, it's a free game to play. Then we have custom spoons at 1-1. There I am again. Sorry about that. It's playing up for some reason. So I've got to Spurs GCTV, who said 0-2. I was talking away and then realised I can't see anyone on the screen. Rinketic at 1-2. I lost 11 people there, but we're watching. I had 55. I've come back to 44. Gus Parker 1-2. Nita 1-2. David Shear 1-2. Let me see where Gus P is. Gus P's here. Gus P, and who else did I call? Nita. Mr. Corley says 1-3. Mr. Corley, where are you, Mr. Corley? Says 1-3. Dekaru 0-2. Dekaru 0-2. Vindaloo 2-2. Then we have Mikey R 1-3, Richard 1-3. Sorry, Mikey R and Quez are both 1-3. Mikey R and Quez are both 1-3. Richard is 0-2. The potato is 0-4. Oops, that's 0-4. Spurs 1-3, Nick Fadley 1-3. And Top Spurs both 1-3. One three. Side dancer says 1-2. 1-2 for Sai. Hello everyone, Neil's here. Good afternoon, Neil. This is the second game, Neil. What we'll do, just give me a result for this one, mate, and then we can go back one game for you. And Neil, you have done that. You've gone 1-3. 1-3 for Neil. Inner Hype says 1-0. Inner Hype, it says 1-0. Ronnie says 1-0. If extra time's played, it's played. It's just a score on the day that counts. So it's 90 minutes. No extra time's included. It's a 90-minute score. Rinketic wants 1-2. I've frozen, yeah. I've frozen. Where's he gone? Yeah. Neil says Birmingham 3-0 for the first game. Okay. 3-0. Did you get my 0-4? Yes, I did. Dog says 2-3. The persons that I'm missing on this one is Dan and Carl Simpson. Let me go back and have a look. Dan and Carl Simpson. It could be when I was in and out that I missed it. So bear with me a second. Let me just go back. Dan and Carl Simpson. I'll find you. Carl Simpson went 1-2. And Dan. I've got your 1-2. I've got your 1. I've got Ryan's. The only person I've got to go back. Dan Coys. Let me go back for Dan Coys. There he is. There saying second game. Yep.
Why does my face go red when I drink alcohol? Yeah.
No, Dan Coys hasn't put a score in for definite. Definitely hasn't put a score in. Gone right back and look. He's commented on other people's things. Here he is. Dan's coming with a 1-2. Lovely jubbly. Right. Game number 3, people, is what game is the second one? I just did. Okay, game number 3 is Middlesbrough versus Blackburn.
Hi, Dad. You need to learn.
Middlesbrough. Bye-bye. Middlesbrough versus Blackburn. Eden 1-1. Jimmy Hotspur's gone 1-1 as well. Jimmy's gone 1-1. Jess has gone 2-1. 2-1 to Jess. Then we have Finn at 3-2. Finn's earlier, so he's up here. Finn's at 3-2. Then we have Drula 2-0. Nick Fadley 3-2. So Drula 2-0. Oops, where's Drula? There she is. And Nick Fadley 3-2. Nick Fadley 3-2. Mikey Romero 2-1. Mikey Romero, where's Mikey? Mikey says 2-1. And then your score, Jose. Oh, Bristol City 2, Wolves 1 is what I went for. Nita 3-2. Nita 3-2 as well. Spurs, Adrian's gone 2-1. Adrian 2-1. Stacey 2-0. I've got Stacey's 2-0. Yep, Stacey 2-0. A Daigle for Colin. Colin is on the Daigle. James Corley 2-1. James changed my name. Change my name. And David Clark is 2-2. David Clark 2-2. Potato Stew 2-0. The potato is 2-0. Who else have got potato? Ryan G is 2-1. Ryan G 2-1. Gus P 1-1. Dekaru 1-2. Curry 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Ian Meth 2-1. Side dancer a Daigle. Ian Meth 2-1. Side dancer is on a Daigle. Dan 1-0. Dan 1-0. Dan 1. Spurs beating TV 2-1. Graham's gone for 2-1. Graham's gone for 2-1. Carl Simpson's gone for 3-2. 1-1 for Ellie, 3-2 for Inner Hype. Custom Spoons 1-2. Richard 1-1. Richard was 1-1.
Now they have the line. I couldn't see 6 on their website. ATG.
Richard's gone with 1-1. Totspurs 2-1. Ronnie 2-1. Quez 2-1. So Quez 2-1. Ronnie and Totspurs. Totspurs just fell down this way, weren't he? 2-1. Lovely. We are nearly at the end of this one's. Paul G says 2-0. Paul G says 2-0. Paul G's down here says 2-0. Neil has called it as 2-1. And then I'm missing a few. Are they here? Are they here? Yeah, Colin, I've got your Daigle, yes. Right, I am missing Vindaloo, Archer, David Shear, Rinketic. Rinketic should go 1-2, didn't he? So David Shear.
And you want to do 2 days, don't you?
So have I got any more people? Archer says 2-1. Vindaloo says 1-1. Archer says. Vindaloo says 1-1. Archer says 2-1. So it's just David Shear. Right, let me go and have a look at Mr. Shear. Put one in and I've forgotten what he's put in. I missed it. Mr. Shear, let me go back and have a look at you. No, I definitely haven't got a score from Mr. Shear. No. I said 1-2, Jose. Did ya? I've got you, Mr. Shear. Right. For me, I've gone for Middlesbrough 2, Blackburn 1. Next game, people, we move on. Liverpool versus Accrington Stanley. These games are based on 90 minutes. Always 90 minutes. Anywhere in the world. These are 90-minute games. Whoops, Carl Simpson's in first. Carl Simpson's coming with a 4-1. Kuba 5-0. Kuba, where's Kuba? Kuba 5-0. After Kuba on a 5-0, we have Jess on a 4-1. Jess on a 4-1. I suppose it's just how much Liverpool want to rotate, isn't it, really? So this is all, yeah, the FA Cup comes down to how much teams are going to rotate. 4-0 for Big John, 3-0 for Mikey R, 4-0 for Stacey, 4-1 for Drula, who's on loan at Liverpool at the moment. So inside knowledge there. Was you on loan to Liverpool when Tottenham beat them 1-0 the other night? Just asking for a friend. Ronnie 5-0. Ronnie 5-0. Daniel 4-0, Neil 4-0. And then Neil 4-0.
They're both on until.
Ed M 5-1. Oh, look at that. Ed M 5-1. Side dancer. 5-1 for Ed M. Side dancer's gone 6-0. Nita says 4-1. Nita says 4-1. Vindaloo says 3-0. After Vindaloo, we have Finn at 3-0. 3-0 with Finn. Colin has jumped in with a 5-1. Cobber has come in with a 4-0. David Clark's come in with a 5-0. James has come in with a 4-0. Big scores now. Johnny Bethnal Green, it's 5-0. So this now we're playing poker. So Johnny Bethnal Green has come in with a 5-0. And very straight after the bat, Dekaru is up in it and going for a 6-0. So he's up Johnny. And then the very next scoreline, Totspurs has upped it to a 7-0. So we've got 5-0, 6-0. Totspurs has moved the needle to 7-0. Paul G's brought the needle back down to 3-0. But not to be outdone, our very own Queen has gone 8-0. Brilliant. Jimmy Hotspur is after deficit to 4-0. Ryan G has also gone 4-0. Ryan G. 4-0. Graham, our very own Graham, the leader, has gone for 6-0. It's a 6-0 for Graham. These are interesting. 6-0 for Graham. Custom Spoons has gone for 4-0. Custom Spoons, where are you, mate? 4-0. Nick Fadley and Ian Meth have both gone 6-0. Easy win for my loan team, says Daniel Coyce. Daniel, you're on loan. So the other night you wanted Liverpool to beat Tottenham, I see, because you're on loan to them. War is war. Richard says 4-0. Potato Stew says 3-0. Don't forget Liverpool will play their second team. People says in the loop. No, Jose, I used my other account. Quez says 5-1. Gus Parker says 4-1. So Gus Parker says 4-1 and Quez says 5. Just find the people's names. 5-1. Hello, Philly. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. Nice to see you, sir. Good afternoon. God bless you. You're more than welcome to join in if you want. It's a competition that we play. It's free of charge. It's doing the predictions. You score 3 points for a correct prediction. 1 point if you go and get the correct team that wins or draws. But you're more than welcome to play, Philly. But nice to see you, my man. Nice to see you. People are saying big up to Philly in the chat. Archer says 4-0. Archer says 4-0. Archer says 4-0. And then I've got one more that I can see, which is Spurs Diehard saying 6-2. So I am missing. Who am I missing? I can't see a score for Inner Hype. I'm going to have to look and see if I can find a score for Inner Hype. He may have well given it to me and I've missed it. So I'm going back up to have a look. Anyone that wants to join me is more than welcome to do so. Let me go back up. I am going up. I am going up. And no, in a hype, I do not have a score for you. In a hype, I haven't got a score for you that I can see. I'm going back down again.
Why less sliced salami on my rocket? Am I doing authorised pieces? I think I've quite a lot.
Right, I cannot see a score for in a hype, so we move on. I have gone for Liverpool 4, Accrington Stanley 0 is my prediction for that game. We move on to the next game. In a hype's missing this game. Leicester versus QPR, please, people. Leicester v QPR is the next game I have for you guys. Leicester v QPR. Stacey's first. Oh, Stacey was first. Let me go back up. There you go. Stacey 1-2. Stacey 1-2. Right, let me get Stacey. Stacey says 1-2. Oh, there we go. Big John says 2-1. Mikey Romero says 2-1. Big John. Big John says 2-1 and Mikey R. Right. Big John. Where's Big John?
I'm not going to tell what.
Big John. Side Dancer says 2-1. Is there a side dancer?
I have money to spend on driving lessons. But that's what I'm planning on starting this month. And if I don't,
Side Dancer says 2-1. Anyone else say 2-1? Custom Spoon says 2-1. David Clark says 2-1. Just going to get the 2-1ers out of the way first because I can copy and paste and be quicker. James says 2-1. James says 2-1. Hotspur says 2-1. Hotspur says 2-1 as well. 3-0. Colin says 2-1. Colin also says 2-1. And then we've got 3 1s and 2 0s. Right, so let me go back up here again. And we then have Neil says, so Kuba says 3-1. There's a couple of 3-1s I can see, so maybe just get a 3-1 score line. Right, there's a 3-1 there. And Kuba's got a 3-1. Right, let me see the 3-1. Kuba says 3-1. Nita says 3-1. Johnny Bethnal Green says 3-1. Right, Nita also says 3-1. 2, 2, 3 more 3-1s there. Vindaloo says 3-1. Dane Coy says 3-1. So Vindaloo says 3-1. Dan Coy says 3-1. And then we had another one. Ryan G says 3-1. G says 3-1. Carl Simpson says 3-1. Carl Simpson's on the 3-1. Quez is on the 3-1. Right, now I'm going to go with the 2-0ers, and the 2-0ers were. First 2-0 is Neil. 2-0 for Neil. Any more 2-0s along here? Paul G's on a 2-0.
I'm a twin, so no matter what she said, I'm going to.
Ronnie and Rich say 2-0. Ronnie and Rich. 2-0. Got them in there as well. Nick Fadley says 2-0. Nick Fadley, where are you, sir? It says 2-0. And then we have
So I was born 9 months after my birthday.
3-1 for David Shear
Thus,
and a
I was
1-2 for Ellie.
Conceived on her birthday. Therefore, I
And
was on purpose.
3-1 for David Shear.
9 months after Valentine's Day, but I was
David
2 months early,
Shear.
which means I was also born 6 months or something after
You
Mum's
actually
birthday.
Gus P's gone for a 3-2. 3-2 for Gus P. And let me see what else we got here. We've got a 0-1 for Potato Stew.
No, apples.
You said it's all
There are obviously exceptions.
3-0 for Graham.
But it's most.
feels like it's all men.
No, because that's just.
Inner Hype 1-2. Inner Hype, you missed the last game, mate. So Inner Hype, you owe me.
All men is what makes feminists.
Right, Inner Hype, you owe me for Liverpool versus Accrington Stanley. Inner Hype. Dakaru's gone 1-2. Dakaru's gone
That's not
1-2.
what helping I meant, frankly.
Well,
1-2.
it's standing in there, so.
Right, so Inner Hype 4-0 for Liverpool. That's fine. Right, so I've caught up with everyone. Everyone's in. Right, so my prediction for this game, I've gone for Leicester 2, QPR 0. Next game we have on the horizon is Bournemouth versus West Brom, please, people. Bournemouth versus West Brom. Who's going to jump in first? Bournemouth, West Brom. Keep smashing the likes, people. Anyone that's new that wants to join in, you're more than welcome to do so. So, Big John's first one in with a 2-1. So, Big John with a 2-1. 2-1. Nil 3-0. Oops, nil 3-0. Nil with a 3-0. Then we have got Ronnie and Drula both with 3-1.
He's ignoring me.
Huh?
You fancy watching a film tonight?
Oh, really?
2-3-1's there. Then we've got 2-0 for the Rascal, 2-0 for Finn.
No.
A 2-1 for Jess, a 4-0 for Dakaru, a 4-1 for Totspurs, a 2-0 for Mikey Romero. Right. Potato stew 5-0. Dan 2-0. Custom spoons 3-1. Nita 2-2. Right, so we have Ryan G 2-0, Gus Parker 3-1, Adrian 2-1, David Clark 2-1, Jimmy Hotspur 1-0, Ed M 3-1, Carl Simpson 3-1, Colin 1-1. Right, so Colin 1-all.
Except for when it went actual event.
Ian Meth 2-0, Ellie 2-2.
For a period of time.
David Shear 3-1, Side Dancer 3-1, Spurs GCTV 3-0. Kuva 2-1, Quest 2-1, Nick 3-1, Vindaloo 2-1. Richard 2-0, Stacey 0-2. Start now, Colin. Just start now. Richard 2-0, Stacey 0-2, James 2-0. Right, the only person I'm looking for
So they kept playing Shuffle Road song.
What one?
is Paul G. Oh, I missed you, Paul.
I hate
Let me go out and have a look. Did Robbie Meeks missed you?
They played another song like
No, I haven't missed you. Paul G's the only person I'm missing at the moment.
another song that also crap. And it reaffirms my belief that yeah.
Paul G. Bournemouth, West Brom.
What other ones they play? Well, what do you have?
I don't know the names of it really.
Just make sure again that I haven't missed him.
But you have that
Paul
one
G. Bournemouth, West Brom. Paul G.
that's the whole
Cannot see Paul G.
yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, Colin, you've gone for one. Colin Blackshaw, that is. You've gone for 1-3. I've just put, sorry, 3-1. I've just put you in, Colin. You're in at this stage at 3-1. So it's just Paul G I'm missing. Right, we're going to move on to the next game. Where are we with the like button? Are we doing all right on the like button? Or not so bad? People are catching up on that like button. Right, Paul G, we're going to move on to the next game, mate. And the next game for everyone is Brentford versus Plymouth. Brentford, Plymouth, please, people.
I was going to cut them out in a second.
Right, we have 2-1 for Mikey, 4-1 for Jess, 3-0 for Johnny Rascal, 4-0 for Colin Blackshaw, 4-0 for Cooper, 3-0 for Side Doctor, 3-0 for Ryan G. We've got a 3-0 for Big John. We've got a 3-0 for Gus Parker. A 5-0 for Carl Simpson. 2-0 for Inner Height. Where's Inner Height? Inner Height. 2-0. Inner Height. 2-0. Dan, 3-0.
You have to season it, Ant.
Finally gone
Make sure I
down.
get.
I've got the bowls, 2 bowls.
Oh.
There he is. Dan, 3-0. Dan 3-0. Oh, let me go back probably on Dan. Ian Meth 3-0. Ian Meth.
Why are you such a horrible
3-0.
one?
I don't know, just that little bit then. I didn't know
A little
it.
bit, no.
Have I got any more 3-0ers in here?
Oh no, come on.
2-0. So 3-0 for Archer.
That's not different.
I'm going to do the 3-0 for the time being because I can copy and paste it and quick with outlining them all. 3-1, 3-1. 3-0 for Graham. 3-0 for Nita. 3-0 for Quez. 3-0 for Richard. So that's one there. Nita is another one.
That's the colour.
You have to make
Where's
sure.
Nita?
See, look, that's
Graham.
the colour in there. And then that's the
And I'm
colour
missing
in
one.
there. That's just
No, I
not-
don't know.
On the 3-3. Richard. One missing, isn't it?
not all of it is
Richard.
some of it is actually going off.
Get them out of the way. And 3-0 that I've got
Going
there.
off, you can just put it.
Richard 3-0. Queen Ellie's gone 3-0. Queen Ellie's gone 3-0. Right. David Shear is 3-0. David Shear in there. Oh, David Clark. David Shear. Right, and then if I go backwards. Right, side dancer Gus Parker. 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-0. 3-1 to Jim James. 3-1. 3-1 for Neil. 3-1 for Neil.
We're talking about.
You don't want them that long, do you?
0-0 for them.
That's fine.
Yeah, them.
You
It's
can do,
0-0.
but if only
I'll cut them in half. Yeah, these are a bit long.
Jimmy Hotspur 2-0. Custom Spoons 2-0.
About how we used to be able to just leave the door open and just fuck up outside. No one would
Custom
care.
Spoons.
Just go down the that end of the
No, you
road.
just go to the end of the road and just look around, or you just pee on the grass and then come back.
3-1 for Dekaru.
You're trying to kill me.
Do you remember that, or are you too young to remember that?
No, I'm not. I remember that. I'm not.
Two 0 to Colin. 4-0 to Potato Stew. Ronnie's 4-0. Ronnie's 4-0 as well. Need to find Ronnie. Ronnie. Ronnie 4-0. Right, who am I missing? Finn Rickwood. Right. So I'm looking for Finn, David Shear, Vindaloo,
Right,
Nick
cut it
Fadley,
in.
Paul G.
Did they cut? I mean, they're done. Yeah, not done. One more thing.
In the game,
David Shear 3-0.
Oh no, that's something I won't do.
Nope.
My eyes are a bit sensitive at the moment as it is.
Can you give me a plate out?
One of the main characters.
3-0.
A big enough plate.
David Clark 4-0.
Oh,
Change your score to 4-0. Finn Rickwood 3-1. So who am I missing now? Now I cannot see on Vindaloo. Should be easy. It's 2-0. And Nick Fadley. He's in blue, isn't he? Nick Fadley. In blue. Where is Nick? Nick's in blue.
I know, look at them. Alex, if I put this back here, you can put the
Nick
back
Fadley. Where are you, Nick?
Yeah. Like onion stuff or whatever you're gonna do.
Nick Fadley. Nick. No, I haven't got a score from Nick yet. And Stacey, we know about Paul G's not around either. So Paul G's missing the last couple of games. Nick Fadley, I haven't got a score from. Nick Fadley 4-0. Right, Nick, I've got you, mate. Found you. You're 4-0. Right, we're going to move on. It's Paul G and Stacey, but Stacey said she'd put them in after. So we move on to the next game. And the next game is Chelsea versus Morecambe, please, people. Chelsea v. Morecambe. 2-1 for Dekaru.
I'm not sure how long we got left. It depends whether you want to chew anything.
So Anthony,
Yeah.
so it says you can spot a 4-planet conjunction in the sky every night in January.
Okay.
What is that? Like even yesterday we saw out there. It's a big planet.
6-0 for Cougar. 6-0 for Cougar. 6-0 for Cougar. When you find Cougar.
Yeah, well,
I'm not really sure which is which.
6-0 for Cougar. 5-0 to Big John. 4-0 to Carl. 4-0 to Carl. 5-0 to Big John. Let me find Big John's 5. Ed N 6-0. Colin Blackshaw 5-0. Ed N 6-0. Colin B 5-0. Nick 5-0. Johnny Bethnal Grip Bloody or 5-0 galores. I'm going to copy and paste these because there's loads here. Right. So I've got Nick at 5. I've got Colin Blackshaw at 5-0. I've got Nick Fadley at 5-0. Right, I've got Johnny El Vasco at 5-0. Jesse's 5-0. Vindaloo's 5-0.
Yeah, are you interested?
Have I got any more 5-0s? David Shear and Dan at 5-0. I'm going to have the 5-0s for this time being, because I can skip past these. That's that one there. Dan, it's gone very well. Right, 5-0. Have I got any more? Finn has gone 5-0. Finn Rickwood has gone 5-0 as well. Neil and Jimmy have gone for 5-0. And Neil. And there's 4-0. Custom Spoons is a 5-0.
I've got this in 2. I don't want chicken spam.
Archer's a 5-0.
That chunk is fat.
Yeah.
That's why you cut
Well,
it
that's how
apart.
much.
Archer's a 5-0. Custom Spoons is a 5-0.
End bit that I put here. The fat bit's
Literally.
in the bowl.
This one's going to cook slower than the rest. You should just cut it.
Ronnie's a 5-0. Richard's a 5-0.
Someone who doesn't go.
Ronnie is a 5-0.
Okay,
Richard's
that's
a
fine.
5-0. Ronnie. Let me find Ronnie's up here. Ronnie's a 5-0. Richard is also a 5-0. Right, I'm going to go backwards now. Queen Ellie's got 4-1. I've got all the 5-0s, I think. So now we go. Queen Ellie on a 4-1.
I know how to box.
And then I've got Top Spurs on a 6-0. I don't know whether I've got many 6-0s, so I might have to do these individually. So Top Spurs is on a 6-0. It's Top 6-0 for Top Spurs. Potato Stew's on a 3-1. Just come in with a 3-1.
Yeah, but you're not good at it.
Queen Ellie, Top Spurs, Ronnie 5-0. Inner Height 3-0. Inner Height 3-0.
It tasted good.
Not as good as normal.
I think it tasted better.
Quest 4-1. Meet Right, Mikey Romero 3-0. Right, Dakaru, I've got your score for the Plymouth game. I just need your score for this game now. Ryan G's gone 4-0 as well. Let me feel Ryan G. It's 4-0. I'm working myself up. Ryan G. James 4-0. Ian Meth 6-0. James 4-0. Ian Meth 6-0. Then we have Dakar at 5-1. And then we have Gus Parker at 7-0. And then we have Drula at 3-0. Right, so I'm missing just a couple of people now. Colin 6-1, Adrian 3-0. Right, I'm running up the top. Am I missing? I am only missing Paul G and Stacey. Has Paul G come back into the chat? No, Paul G's not come back in the chat. So, moving on swiftly, it's Exeter versus Oxford next, please, people. Exeter v Oxford. Exeter v Oxford. Carl Simpson first in. Yeah, and Jesse's gone with the same score. So, bloody hell, we've got a lot of people on the same score. So, I'm going to look for 1-3. Where's 1-3? Right, Jesse's who's the first one in? Was it Carl? Carl, yeah. Carl's coming with a 1-3. Jess is on a 1-3. Big John's on a 1-3. Any more 1-3s before I move on? Side dancer, Colin Blackshaw. Side dancer. Colin B. Colin Blake. Drula. Drula on a 1-3. Where's Drula? Drula's on a 1-3 as well. Richard's on a 1-3. Right, so jump on the 1-3s. I'm going to now jump on the 1-2s. So the 1-2s are right for the 1-2s. I've got Inner Hype and Johnny Bethnal Green. JBG. Inner Hype has got 1-2 as well. And then we've got 1-2 Finn, David Clark, Spurs CCTV, Finn, David C, Graham, another one. I hope you're feeling better, mate. Sorry, I should have said it earlier. I hope that you're feeling better and you're on the road to recovery as well, mate. Neil's 1-2, Totspurs is 1-2. Neil and Totspurs. So Neil is there. And then we've got Totspurs up here. Right, now I'm going to have to go through them one by one. Gus Parker says 2-1. Gus P says 2-1. Right, Gus P's 2-1. Dave Karu is 1-3. D is 1-3. Dave Karu. 1-3. Edem's 1-1. Edem 1-1. Edem's at 1-1. Mita 0-1. Mita 0-1. Got Nita at 0-1. I then have Mikey Romero at 0-2. Mikey Romero 0-2. Two sides at 1-1 and Adrian at 1-0. So Colin at 1-1 and Adrian at 1-0. Then I have Timmy Hotspurs at 0-1 and James at 0-2. Ding dong dong. Ian Meth at 1-0. David Shear 0-2. Mr. Shear at 0-2. Custom Spoons 1-0. Where's Ronnie? Vindaloo. It's Custom Spoons at 1-0. Vindaloo at 1-1. Vindaloo 1-1. Ron, oh, here we go. Archer 1-2. Archer 1-2. And then I've got 0-1 for Ronnie. We have a 0-2 for Ryan. Dan 0-2. Good evening, Steve D. I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're well. Are you joining in? We have been missing you. I need to look for Queen Ellie, Potato Stew, Nick Fadley, Kuva, Quez Ali are the ones I'm looking for. You could have well put them in there, and I've just missed you because I've been trying to bypass as I'm going through. First person in was Carl, Jesse, Gus Parker, an inside dancer. Finn, Mikey, David Clark, Spurs, TCTV. Who did I say I was missing? Nick Fadley? Did I say Nick Fadley? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. 2-1 for Nick. Got Nick. For Kuva's Potato Stews 1-2. For Kuva's bright badge. So I need to look for Kuva's bright badge. So Ellie's pink and Kuva, Ellie, and Quez. Kuva, Ellie, and Quez. Let me see. Let me see if I've got them. Kuva, Ellie, and Quez. Kuva, Ellie, and Quez. Kuva, Ellie, and Quez. Right, I'm missing Kuva, Ellie, and Quez. And anybody that would like to partake. Colin, you've given me a score already, mate. I've got your 1 all already. 1-2, Kuva. That's fine. So I've got Kuva. Kuva, where's Kuva? Kuva's in. No worries at all. So all I'm missing on this one is Quez, and Ellie's just come in. So it's only Quez that I'm missing on this. So Quez, I am missing you, sir. Let me just make sure that I'm not missing them at all before I move on. I'm looking, I can't see. All right, I can't see you, Quez, and I'm going to move on. Right, the next game, people, that we are moving on to is Norwich versus Brighton, please. Norwich versus Brighton. Just pump your scores in. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, where are we? Who was first in? First in was Carl Finson with a 1-3. And then we've got Jesse with a 1-3. Carl 1-3. Jess 1-3. Oops, let me just do the 1-3s for now. If there's any more, it might be easy for me. Johnny Bethnal Green 1-3. Johnny Bethnal Green 1-3. Colin Simpson 1-3. Sorry, Colin Blackshaw 1-3. What am I talking about? James 1-3. Druda 1-3. Side Dancer 1-3. Druda 1-3. Side Dancer 1-3. Finn's 1-3. Finn R is 1-3. One 3 for Vindaloo. 1-3 for Vindaloo. One, two. Don't worry about Paul. We can roll back for you. You've only missed a cup, or you've missed 3 games. Sorry, 4 games. I can roll back for you later, mate. No worries at all for you. When I roll back for the other, so 1-2 for this game. 1-2 for you for this game, Paul G. Let me work myself upwards because I've got a few 1-2s. 1-2 for Kuba. Kuba's in. 1-2 for Ian Meth. A 1-2 for Richard. Ian Meth is further up the food channel. Ian Meth and Richard. 1 for you and 1 for you. Any more 1-2s there? Custom Spoons and David Shear. David Shear. Custom Spoons. David Shear, Custom Spoons. David Clark as well. It's on a 1-2. Neil's on a 1-2. Big John's on a 1-2. So that's Big John and then Neil. Big John. Neil. And have we got any more up there? No. So we've moved down. So Ed M14. Ed M14.
Yeah.
Ed M14. Dekaru 3-2. Dekaru 3-2. Then we have 2 sides. Colin at 2-3. Colin, my man's on 2-3. Jimmy Hotspur 0-1. Nick Fadley 0-2. Nick Fadley 0-2. Nita 2-3. Nita at 2-3. And then we have, I saw someone, it's Graham at 0-3. Graham at 0-3. In a height 2-1. In a height 2-1. And then after in a height, I've got Ronnie at 2-4. Ronnie 2-4. Dan at 0-2. Adrian at 0-1. 0-1 Adrian. 1-2, 2-2 for Potato Stew. 2-2 for Gus P. Gus P 2-2. The Potato 2-2. Who we got after that? We've got Paul G at 1-2, which is Paul. Ellie at 0-2. Ellie at 0-2. 1-2 for David Shear. David Shear, I'm sure you've given me a score for this one already. You have. I've got you, David. Ryan G 0-3. 1-2 for custom spoons. I'm sure that you've given me a score for this already. Yeah, you have custom spoons. Curran. 2-3 for Archer. So it's Mikey R that I've not seen yet. Archer. Right, the people that I can't see a score for at the moment are Mikey Romero, Quez, Hotspurs, which I know about, and Stacey. So out of all these, it's Mikey R that I'm thinking of at the moment, because the others have said they'll do them later. So let me just go back and see Mikey Romero. Can I see a score for you somewhere, sir? If I can't, then it's because you haven't given it to me. I cannot see one from Mikey Romero. And we move on. Next game, Forest versus Luton, please, people. Forest v Luton. Carl Simpson's first in. Come to 3-0. Right, there's another 3-0 there, so I might as well just do the copy and paste on that one then. So it's a 3-0 for Carl, 3-0 for James. Do a copy and paste on the 3-0s. Big John's 3-0. Uh, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3-0 for Finn. Two sides give me half the score. For who? Colin Blackshaw says 5-0. Three 0 for Archer. 3-0 for Archer as well. Three 0 for Archer. Nick Fadley's on the 3-0. Yeah, Fadley's on the 3-0 as well. Right, let me go back up then and have a look what we got apart from them 3-0ers. We've got a 5-0 for Colin Blackshaw, a 2-0 for Cougar. Right, let's do some 2-0s. 2-0 for Cougar. Let's put some 2-0s because there are some 2-0s I can see. The 2-0 for Cougar. A 2-0 for Vindaloo. A 2-0 for Nita. Vindaloo.
Earlier this morning on my phone, someone put it.
2-0 and a 2-0. There's 2-0s. Any more? A 2-0 with David Clark. 2-0 with David Clark. A 2-0 for Graham. A 2-0 for Graham. A 2-0 for Adrian. 2-0 with Johnny Bethnal Green. 2-0 with Johnny Bethnal Green. A 2-0 for Paul G. A 2-0 for Ryan G. And that's where I am at that. Have I got any other scores? No. So we'll go back up. 3-1 for David Shear. David Shear, 3-1. A 0-1 for Edem. Edem, Mr. EDM. I can't see Edem. Where are you? Edem 0-1. Ian Meth 2-1.
I think it was Thursday. Yeah.
2-1 for Ian Meth. A 3-1 for Dakaru. A 2-1 for Jimmy Oxford. Richard, 3-1, Clueless 3-1. Sorry, Richard is 3-1, Clueless 3-1. Richard is 3-1. Paul G, 2-0 I've got. Is there any more down there? Paul G. Paul G's 2-0 I've got him. Right, so I need to find, right, we'll go back up here, I'll find it. She's normally in like fluent dishes. 4-1 for Jess. Right, who am I missing? Ronnie. Ronnie's 2-1. And then Mikey Romero, Quez, okay, they're not around. Gus P. Gus P's purple, isn't he? So you should be able to find a Gus P in a purple. Let me find Gus Parker. Have you put a score in, Gus? No, Gus, you haven't put a score in, so I haven't got a score for you, Gus. What suppose we know about? Queen Ellie, potato stew, and Neil. Right, there's a few of you. Queen Ellie, potato stew, Neil, and Gus Parker. Potato stew says 2-1. I've got yours, mate. Now I'm looking for Neil, Ellie, and Gus P. Right, Neil, Ellie, and Gus P. Three 1 and 3-0. 3-0 and Ellie says 3-1. And then all I'm missing is Gus P. So Gus P will have to wait a while. I've gone for Forest 3, Luton 0. Reading next game is Reading v Burnley. Reading versus Burnley. Reading Burnley, please, people. Reading Burnley. Carl Simpson's gone 1-2. Neil's gone 1-0. Jesse's 1-2. Jesse's jumped. Side dancer 1-0. Side dancer 1-0. I can see a few 1-0s coming in there, so I'm just gonna do the copy and paste on the 1-0s. So Sai are the other 1-0s. I did say I saw some, and then all of a sudden it's gonna blank me, isn't it? No, I've seen side dancer. Two sides. Paul G and Dekaru. Or Colin. Dekaru. Paul G. Graham's on 1-0. Graham's on a 1-0. Right, I'm going to go back to the 1-2s now. You can see some 1-2s. So Quez has gone 1-2. Quez, you're missing a few games. 3 of them, in fact. I will have to go back. You'll have to wait till afterwards for me to go back. Adrian's going 1-2. Adrian's gone 1-2. Nick Fadley's gone 1-2. Nick Fadley has gone 1-2. David Shear's 1-2. James is 1-2. James is 1-2. David Shear is 1-2. Cover, I got you at 1-2. Yep, you're in. Drula's 1-2. Nita's 1-2. So Drula is 1-2. And Nita is 1-2. Nita is 1-2. Right, so that's all the 1-2s I can see from here. Right. Vindaloo 1-all. Vindaloo 1-all. 0-2 for 0-2 for Boys is on the 0-2. Gus Parker. I don't know what he's. Let me see what Gus is doing. Gus, you missed the tree bar. Let me have to see what you've done. Yeah, Gus, you're on point. So you're saying a 2-1, and then you're saying a 1-2 for this game. All right, Gus, got you. You're in. Ronnie says 1-3. Ronnie's on a 1-3 here.
I'm not going to remember again. The last time.
Adrian's on a 1-2. Spurs DTTV's on a 1-all. Got them. Ian Meth 0-2. Ian Meth 0-2. Yeah, Ian. Queen Ellie's 2-1. Queen Ellie 2-1. Nick Fadley 1-2. I'm sure I got Nick. I had Nickers ready. 0-3 for Colin B. Colin B 0-3. 2-1 for Custom Spoons.
Then I mix it with all the vegetables. Then I mix it with sauce. Heat it all through.
So 0-2 for Ryan G.
And I'm going to do the calories per taco, but I need to know how
1 for Johnny Bethnal Green 0-2.
24 things there. I'm not going to make that many. I never do. But I don't know how many I'm going to be able to make because I don't know if I start doing them.
1-3 for David Clark.
Oh, they're done. Yeah. They come a lot quicker than they usually do.
1-3 for David Clark. 0-2 for Inner Height. Inner Height 0-2. 2-3 for Ed M. Jimmy Hotspur 1-3. Jimmy Hotspur is 1-3. Big John 0-2. Did I have Big John already? I may have well have done. No, I didn't. Big John 0-2. 1-2, 1-1. Right. So I'm missing Finn, Mikey, Richard, Archer, Kuva, and potato stew, which means I probably have got them and I just haven't seen them. Archer's 1-2, there you go. Archer's in there with a 1-2. And I'm Richard 2-1, potato stew 2-1. 2-1. Richard's 2-1. So I'm looking at Finn, Kuva, Finn and Kuva. It could be that Kuva's still on the phone. Let me go back and look for Finn as well. Finn, it's Finn, give me Finn. No Finn there. Bobby K. Finn Rickwood 1-2. Finn Rickwood 1-2. Bobby, you broke the 100 club last week, mate. You went past 100. 2-1 for Cuba. And imagine you've done that without any bonus points and without me having to still gag you or anything. So you've done well, Bobby. You got past the 100-point mark. Mikey Romero. I've got everybody there so far. I certainly have got everyone. Next game we go to. Sorry, I've gone for Reading 0, Burnley 2. And the next game we go on to is Sunderland versus Stoke. Sunderland v Stoke, please. We are nearly there. Sunderland versus Stoke. Right, Sunderland versus Stoke. I've got a 2-1 for Carl Simpson. 2-1 from Carl Simpson. Who else we got there? We got any more 2-1s? Yeah, we have, but not that many. Okay, it might have to be. Let's try it then, just in case. So 2-1 for you, a 2-1 for Jimmy.
Finish with this note. Yeah.
A 2-1 with Johnny Bethnal Green. A 2-1 for Inner Height. A 2-1 for Adrian. Is that Graham I can see for a 2-1? I think it was Graham. Yeah, Graham's on a 2-1. Ryan G's on a 2-1. Ryan G's here. 2-1 for Ryan. Good man, Ryan. A 2-1 for Drula. A 2-1 for Drula. I've got Drula's in as well. And that's all I've got now. I'm going to jump on the 2-0s that I've got. And the first 2-0 was Colin B. All right, so copy and paste the 2-0s as well. So I've got 2-0 from Colin B. I've got 2-0 for Neil. Any more 2-0s? Nick Fadley's on a 2-0. Finn Rickwood is on a 2-0. David Clark's on a 2-0. Mikey Romero is on a 2-0. Mikey, I'm going to have to roll back for you, mate, because you missed a few. So you'll have to hang with me at the end, mate. Dagels, 2-2. Dan is going for a 2-0. Right, so Dan's in with a 2-0. Paul G's in with a 2-0. Paul G's in with a 2-0. Ronnie's also in with a 2-0. Ronnie is also in with a 2-0. Right, I've got you, Ronnie. 1-0. There you go, Ben. Look, there. I am playing tonight. Can you see it, Ben? 6 stitches, mate. Good evening to you, Ben, mate. I hope you are well. Happy New Year to you and your family. Where's Ali? 2-0. So Quez has gone for a 2-0 as well. Add Quez to the show with a 2-0. Of course I'm playing. I put in group that I'm playing. Why are you asking silly questions? I'll put my name down. Of course I'm playing tonight. Oh, this is just madness. Sorry, people. They're asking if I put my name down, it's because I'm playing. Right. So anyway, I am playing. Any more scores here? Proper nice injury from what you've heard. It was a plot, my bait and dive. Right. I am playing tonight. So we have got alternative scores. We've got Couva at 1-0. Couva's coming in at 1-0. Right, so we have Couva at 1-0. Hit the like button, people. Grant and Ben, hit the like button. 1-0. 2-0, 2-0. Dakar is on a 1-0. EMS on a 1-0. 1-0. Brian Meth. Dakar is also 1-0. We have a 2-2 for Nita. A 1-1 for Edem. A 3-1 for Jess. 3-1 for Jess and a 1-1 for Edem. Edem's on a 1-1. Darks would be good as well, chats, because I've already got dark tops on. Jimmy Hotspur 1-0. In a hype. I've already got you in the hype, haven't I? Yep, in the hype I've got. Richard is a 1-0. I think I've got you, Richard. 1-0. Adrian is a 2-1. I've got Adrian already. Ryan G, I've got 2-0 DC, 2-1. 2-0 for Paul G. I think you guys have got. $1-0 for Gus Parker. And then I've got a 2-0 for Quez. I think I've got Quez already. Right. David Shear. Right, Colin. 2 sides. There's 2 sides giving me anything yet. Just quickly go. It's easy to scam for one person. So I'm looking for. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for David Shear. Might have jumped. Colin. Big John. Vindaloo. Archer. Custom Spoons. Side Dancer. Queen Ellie. And Potato Stew. I should be able to find them. Vindaloo. Did I say Vindaloo? If I have, I've already got his score. There's Vindaloo there. He's gone for a 1-0. Got you, Vindaloo. Archer's 2-0. Got you, Archer. Not 1 for Potato Stew. Got you, Potato. Big John 2-1. Side Dancer 1-0. Big John 2-1. Side Dancer 1-0. Right, got ya. Right, so I'm going to run back down. I need to look for David Shear. May have gone. Got 2 sides. David Shear, Custom Spoons, and Queen Ellie. So let me just quickly go back up and rotate before I move on to the next game. Right, so the first person in was Colin Blackshaw at 2-0. So I got Neil, Jimmy, Kuva, Nick, Finn, Dakaru, Ian, Johnny, David Clark, Nita, Mikey Romero, Jess, Edem in a hype, Jimmy Hotspur, Side Dancer has gone for a Daigle and then put 1-1. I've given you the 1 all side. I've got Richard, Adrian, Ryan, Graham, Dan, Drula, Paul G, Ronnie, Vindaloo, Archer, Potato Stew, Big John, Fly Dancer. Right, so I am missing, definitely missing Ellie, Custom Spoons, 2-1 for Custom Spoons, so I'm not missing Custom Spoons anymore. So I'm missing Ellie, Colin, David Shear. I'm moving on. Right, next game is Leeds versus Harrogate. Colin, you on the last one. Give me the score for the last one, Colin. You haven't missed a few. You've only missed the last one. 1-2. Colin, you missed the last one, which was Sunderland versus Stoke. So if you give me a Sunderland Stoke score, you're in. Right, so who we got first here? Right, Carl Simpson, 4-0. Leeds will win this game for me, but it just depends on how many changes they're going to make. Hoover, 4-1. Hoover's gone for a 4-1 victory. For Hoover. Big John, 5-0. Jess, 4-1. Neil, 4-0. Neil is going for 4-0. Where's Neil? Neil's going for 4-0. Side Dancer's going for 4-1. Grant in the show. Okay, Grant, I'll put you in. I'm going to have to roll back and do what I do with the others. I'm going to have to give you the other scores afterwards. So bear with me, Grant. But for this one, you've gone 4-0. So Grant's in at 4-0. I will roll back the other scores for you, Grant, and for the other people that missed it. 2-0 for Colin. We have got a 4-0 for Johnny Vasco. We've got 3-1 for Drula. I also have a 3-1 for Adrian. I've got a 4-0 for Ian Meth. I've got a 5-0 for Gus Parker. I have a 3-1 for Mikey Romero. I have a 3-0 for Paul G. I have a 3-1 for Nick Fadley and a 2-1 for Ed M. Ed M is on a... I have a 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. I've got 3 2-0s. Nita, Colin, and Custom Spoons. So Nita, Colin, and Custom Spoons. Nita, Colin, Custom Spoons. 2-0.
No idea.
And Nita is on a 2-0. I then have Graham on a 3-0. David Clark on a 4-0. I then have Richard on a 2-0. In a hype 5-0, Potato Stew 3-0. In the hype 5-0. Potato Stew 3-0. Vindaloo 2-1. Archer 4-0. Right, these ones have gone 1 by 1, and I've got Archer 4-0. The Archer is this one here. Ryan's 4-0. Jimmy's 3-0. Who's Jimmy Talks Football? There he is. 3-0. And then I have that's it. That's all I've got. So I am missing, right? And I am up to date. I'm missing Jimmy Hotspur, Finn Rickwood, Ronnie, Quez, Daikaru, Dan, Queen Ellie. Dan says 3-0. Oops, I've got Dan says 3-0. Right, so again, last calls are for Jimmy Hotspur, Finn Rickwood. You put 2-0. Sorry, Jimmy, my bad. Right, if I repeat your name, it's because I've obviously missed them. So I've got Finn, Ronnie, Quez. Ronnie's 3-0. Lovely, Ronnie. Thank you very much, sir. So then rolling back, it's now going to be Finn, Quez. Daikaru may have left, Ellie, and that's it. Right, so let me just have a look if I can see Finn's one. Because if Finn's put it in here, I'll just add him now quickly. Let me go back. There is no score for Finn. So we move on. The next game is Manchester City versus Salford. Man City versus Salford. Right, here we go. They're jumping in. Right, so I've got some 4-0s coming in from Jess. Says 4-0. Yes, 4-0. Right, I'm going to copy and paste the 4-0s because there's a few of them that I saw. Right, so Jess is coming with a 4-0. Paul G says 4-0. Paul G's on a 4-0. Drula is on a 4-0. There's Drula. Drula's up here. She's on a 4-0. Drula's 4-0. Ed M's 4-0. Jimmy James is 4-0. And did I say James and Ed M at 4-0? 4-0 for Side Dancer. 4-0 for Graham. Uh, 4-0 for Nita. Morning, Tigaro. I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're well. You joining in, or are you doing them after? Right, so we've got 3-0 for Kuba. What, only 5-0s? Yeah, I've got some 3-0. So let me just go for Kuba, because he's put 3-0. I can see some other 3-0s there. So a 3-0 for Kuba. Right, so I'll copy Kuba's. So Kuba's got 3-0. Anyone else got 3-0 that I can see? Jimmy Hotspur and Mikey Romero. Jimmy Hotspur. Mikey Romero is a 3-0 as well. 3-0 for David Clark. 2-0, 2-0, 5-0, final. 3-0 for diehards. For Adrian. So I've got him. 3-1, 3-1. Tigaro, 5-0. So I add Tigaro into the game here at 5-0. Tigaro, I'll roll back for you afterwards like I'm rolling back for a few others. So therefore we get all the scores in. Just need to find you and add you to the show. There he is. Tigaro. Add Tigaro to the show. Ellie says Sunderland 2-0. Ellie, Sunderland 2-0. Okay, Sunderland 2-0. Ellie. I've added that score. City 4-1. So you're missing one game. You're missing Leeds versus Harrogate, Ellie. Right. Let me work backwards now. So I have got potato stew at 3-1. Potato stew is 3-1. Potato stew is 3-1. Inner Heights at 3-1. 4-0 for Custom Spoons. 4-0 for Archer. Uh, 3-0 for Diehards. I've got 5-0 for Carl Simpson. 5-0 for Ian Meth. Ian Meth, 5-0. Ryan G, 5-1. Ryan G, 5-1. 5-0 for Finn. Finn, for you, I'm missing Leeds versus Harrogate as well, Finn. Just to let you know. Neil says 5-0. Vindaloo says 2-0. Richard is 4-1. Gus Parker is 5-2. Johnny Bethnal Green is 5-0. Dan is 6-0. Find Dan is here, 6-0. Who else we got? Ronnie's 5-0. And Colin Blackshaw is 6-0. Colin Blackshaw is 6-0. Grant is 5-0. Ronnie is 5-0. Where's Ronnie? Ronnie's up here. Ronnie's 5-0. Big John 4-1, which I already had. So, let me go further down. Am I missing anyone down the bottom here? 4-1 for Finn against Leeds. Mick Fadley's gone 4-0. Ellie's gone 3-0 for Leeds. Right, so Ellie, you're up to date at the moment. So the people that I'm missing at the moment are anyone? Big John. He gave me a score earlier on. I saw Big John gave me a score earlier on. Scroll back up. Big John says 4-1. Dakaru's not around. Quez, I don't know where Quez has gone. And David Shear gone to bed. Colin, I'm not seeing one with two sides. You have a look with two sides. There's left one here. He may well have done. Let me see. Two sides. Two sides. No, no, no. And right, move on to the next game then. The next game is Coventry Sheffield Wednesday, please, people. Coventry versus Sheffield Wednesday. We are nearly there. 2-1 says Paul G. 2-1 for Paul G. One, 2 says Big John. Big John. Big John says 1, 2. I'm on the lights tonight. Oh, I suppose I'll have to wheel out a Tottenham top then, won't I? I'll have to wheel out a Tottenham top. You know what? We've got quite a few 2-1, so I'm going to do this again. I'm going to go with 2-1 scores. I had Man City to beat Swansea by 5-0, by the way, people. 2-1. Oops. 2-1. Oh, no, that's wrong. 2-1 has come in from Paul G. Side dancer. Let me just get the 2-1s out of the way first. It'll be easier for me to copy and paste these. 2-1. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. 2-1 for Jess. Jess, who's going to pass the 100 club this week, which would be good to see as well. 2-1 for Kuba. Just to say, those hovering around under the 100 mark, a good week for people like Jess, Colin, Side Dancer, Neil, Nigel Purecourse in a hype, DJ Samuel. Good week for you guys. You will get to 100. Grant Packham, if you have an excellent week, you'll get to 100. An excellent week, you'll get to 100. Jimmy Hotspur, you'll be nearer to 100. Quite comfortably nearer to 100. Stacey, quite comfortably nearer. Rinketic, Archer. The list goes on and on and on. You'll all be quite close, a lot closer to it. Any more 2-1s? 2-1. Neil's 2-1.
One side.
Yes, Ellie, I've got your scores. You're up to date. You're on this game now, Ellie. 2-1 for Neil. Right. That's the 2-1s out of the way. Then we've got some 1-2s. Oops, dogs, stop barking, please. Right. Let me get some 1-2s out of the way. Right. So from the start, we had Big John for a 1-2. Any more 1-2s? Yeah. James talks football, went for a 1-2. Any more 1-2s? 2-2-2-1-2. 1-2 for Carl Simpson. Carl Simpson's on a 1-2. 2-1-1-1-1-2-2-1-1-3-1-2-2-2-1 1-0. 2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2. Right, no, so that's all the 1-2s. Then for the 2-2s, the quick filling for the 2-2s, 2-2-2s. Anyone on the 2-2? Adrian is on a 2-2. Adrian is the first one on a 2-2, so I'll copy and paste Adrian's ones. So Adrian's on a 2-2. Ronnie is gone for 2-2. Ronnie is on a 2-2. Right, we've got Ronnie on a 2-2. Got a few 1-alls there. And another Daigle. Ed M's on a Daigle. Ed M's on a Daigle. Graham is also on a Daigle. Graham's on a Daigle. Mikey Romero and Archer both on a Daigle. Mikey Romero. Mikey R. And Archer. Vindaloo is on a Daigle. All right, so that's the Daigles out of the way now. So that was out of the way. Now we go back down. So I've got Finn 3-1. Then I've got a 1-all for Colin Blackshaw, and I've got a few 1-alls. So I might do Colin's score next. Right, Colin Blackshaw's gone for a 1-1. And I saw some 1-1. So after Colin, anyone on a 1-1? 1-2 for Tigaro. Got a 1-1 for Johnny Bethnal Green and Jimmy Hotspur. Johnny Bethnal Green and Jimmy Hotspur. In a hype, Nita. In a hype, Anita. Nita. In a hype's on a 1-1 as well. Dan is on a 1-1. Dan's on a 1-1. Ian Meth's on a 1-1. Ian Meth is on a 1-1. Right, now I'm going to do a copy and paste on the 2-1s again. So Tigara's gone for 1-2. Drew the 1-2. Custom Spoons 1-2. Drula. 1-2. Custom Spoons 1-2.
I'm counting as I go along, so I know how many calories.
Tigaro is 1-2 as well. Right, now go from top to bottom again, and then I've got 1-2. 1-0 for Richard has gone for 1-0. Rory's for Richard. 1-0. 1-0 for Richard. 2-1 for Neil. I think I've gone yours, Neil, in there already, haven't I? Nah, yours is in. 2-2. 3-1 for David Clark. Got David Clark. Ed M2, got that. 2-1 for Cougar, I've got. 1-2 for Carson. 2-2 for Ronnie, which I already had. 3-1 for Grant, didn't have. 3-1 for Grant. 3-1 for Finn. I've already got Finn's one, I think. I've already done Finn. I have. Right, so I am missing David Shear, Colin again, Quez, Dekaru, Nick Fadley. Now Nick's in blue. Potato Stew 3-2. Hold on, Potato Stew. Potato Stew 3-2. Stragglers are beginning to come in now. Queen Ellie just come in with a 2-3. And then I've got Custom Spoons already. So Ryan G, Nick Fadley, Gus Parker. Let me have a look. Ryan G, Nick Fadley, and Gus Parker. Gus Parker 1-2. So I've got Gus already. So Gus, you're there. I'm not saying he hasn't said this, just I was going to go up and have a look. Nick Fadley 4-0. That means he's gone for 2 4-0s on the trot. I'm not sure. I think 4-0 might have been his previous, might have been the previous result he did. I'll have a look. So I'm looking for Nick Fadley and Ryan G. Now his 4-0 was for the previous game. So Nick Fadley and Ryan G are the ones that I'm missing. I'm just going to go and have a quick look again, and then I'm going to move on to the next game. Nick Fadley and Ryan G. 2-1 for Ryan G. Right. And just to finish it off, I've gone for 2-1 as well to Coventry. Right. The last game, Saturday match that we have got is Leyton Orient versus Derby. That's your last Saturday game. There's 17 games being played on Saturday. This is the last one. Leyton Orient versus Derby. We have 3 games to go after this. Carl Simpson is first in again. Carl Simpson 2-1. Right, I'm going to copy and paste the 2-1 for Carl because other people have said the same score. Neil's gone 2-1. I'm going to go in order. It just makes it easier for me to copy and paste them up. So Neil's coming with a 2-1. A 2-1 for Jess. Yes, Jess for 2-1. I have Drula 2-1 and I have Gus Parker 2-1. So I have Drula and Gus P. Drula on a 2-1. Gus P is on a 2-1. I have Adrian on a 2-1. Adrian's on a 2-1. I have Paul G on a 2-1. Paul G here, 2-1. No games tonight. Nita 2-1. No games. All the games started on Saturday for me. Too much to do them for tonight as well, so I didn't do tonight. There's no games tonight. 2-1 for Nita. A 2-1 for Archer. Vindaloo, we still got 3 games after this. This is the last of the Saturday games. There's 3 more to go. 2-1. Someone just said 2-1. It's Archer. There are still 3 games to go, people. And most of us support one of the teams that are still to come. Ronnie says 2-1 as well. Right, Ronnie. Ronnie says 2-1 as well. Right, so I'm going to go for the 1-2s next. And Big John gave me the 1-2 scoreline first. So Big John gets it. First one in on 1-2. Big John. It's gone 1-2. Let me just get the 1-2s out of the way. So I've got Big John on a 1-2. I have Kuva on a 1-2. Anyone else on a 1-2 at the moment? Vindaloo's on a 1-2. I then had anyone else on a 1-2? 1-2 for Dan and Grant. Grant's gone for a 1-2. Dan Coys has gone for a 1-2. Tigara, are you going for a 2-1 or a 2-2? Right, so I'm going to work myself backwards, and that is Ryan G says 2-1. The Ryan G 2-1. Tigaro says 2-2. Potato Stew says 2-0. So the Stew says 2-0. Tigaro says 2-2. Ronnie says 2-1, which I think I might have done Ronnie already, have I not? Ronnie I've got, yeah, 2-1. Johnny Bethnal Green 1-1. Didn't have Johnny. Johnny Bethnal Green 1-0, got him. EMF 2-0. EMF 2-0. Archer 2-1, which I've got. Grant 1-2, 1-2. 2-2 for Richard, which I don't think I've got. Now put Richard in. 2 apiece. Got Richard in with 2-2. Mikey Romero at 1-0. Mikey Romero at 1-0. I need it 2-1. Spurs Graham 1-0. Uh, 2-0 for Custom Spoons. Custom Spoons. Where are we, Custom Spoons? There we go. 2-0. Thanks, Jose, from myself and Chris. Love what you do. Thanks, Nita. 2-0 for David Clark. 2-0 for David Clark. 2-3 for Jimmy Hotspur. 1-0 for Finn. 1-1 for Colin Blackshaw. 1-3 from someone. One side dancer's got a 1-3. Side dancer with side dancer. 1-3. So, right, bear with me a second because these might have jumped somewhat. Oh no, they haven't. There's people up the top there. Right, so I am now looking for some people's scores. Right, Colin's not around, I don't think. Neither is David Shear. Quez is popping in and out. Jimmy talks football. Right, Jimmy talks football. Queen Ellie's 3-2, so she was one of the ones I was missing. Queen Ellie's 3-2. Right, I now need to find Ed M, Nick Fadley, Inner Hype, Jimmy Talks Football. Right, and I will find you guys now. Ronnie, Johnny Bethnal Green, Ian Meth, Archer, Grant Packham, Richard, Dan, Mikey, Nita, Spurs Custom Spoons, Paul G, David Clark, Jimmy Hotspur, Spurs Diehards, Finn Rickwood, James, 2-1 for Jimmy Talks Football. Got you, Jimmy. Right, you're there. And then I'm missing down further down here. I need to find Inner Hype, Ed M. Nick Fadley, Inner Hype, Ed M. Inner Hype and Ed M. Inner Hype's gone 2-1. And Ed M went 1-0. Lovely. It's all done. And Ed M went 1-0. So that's all done for that score. There are some stragglers, but I don't think that they're around at the moment. And they'll have to come back in and put their scores in afterwards. So the game on Sunday that I'm covering is Tottenham, Tamworth versus Tottenham, please, people. Tamworth versus Tottenham. Ellie, I have all your scores. You're not missing any scores at the moment. Neil is coming first. Right, I've got a 0-5 for Neil. I've got a 0-3 for Edem. And then I have a 0-4 for... Shit, man, who's this? 0-4 for Dancoys. Right, 0-4 is the one I'm going to start on because I can see a few people have put 0-4 in. So I've got Dancoys. I've got Ellie on a 0-4, Ronnie on a 0-4. Ellie. Any more 0-4s? 0-3s, 0-2, 0-8, 0-4. Richard and Paul G. Richard and Paul G. Richard and Paul G have gone for a 0-4. Jesus Christ, there's some big scores here coming in. Okay, right. So that's the 0-4. Have I got him in? Right, I'm gonna have to go one by one now. Big John 1-4. Tigaro 1-9. Drula 1-4. Kuba 0-7. Not a 3-7, but a 0-7. Who else we got? Ronnie 04, James 13. James 13. Jess 05. Spurs Diehards 14. Adrian. Oops, that's not Adrian, is it? That's not him. 14. Let me see. 03 for David Clark. Uh, 2-1 for Vindaloo. Vindaloo 2-1. 0-2 for Custom Spoons. Zero two for Custom Spoons. 0-8 for Inner Hype. 0-3 for Potato Stew. 0-3 for Potato Stew, yeah. A 0-4 for Richard. I think I've got him in Paul G. A 1-6 for Carl. 1-6 for Carl. Where else are we going with this? A 1-1 for Grant. Grant is 1-on. Archer 1-4. Archer 1-4. Graham 0-8. Some people are letting themselves go. We've got higher scores in this game than what we got in Liverpool Accrington and Chelsea Morecambe and in the Man City Salford game. Mikey Romero 0-3. Mikey Romero 0-3. Jimmy Hotspur 1-5. Gus Parker 1-13. Are you reading a passage? Is that what it is? A passage of 1-13. 1-13. Johnny Bethnal Green 2-5. Gus, I'm missing your previous score. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're fine. 2-5.
It's better than leaving them on the side.
Richard, no worries at all. You said 2-1 for both your games. Okay, 2-1. Copy that. 2-1. Right, Richard, I've done that for you. No, there's no Wrexhams. 3-1 for Nita. I don't know about Wrexham. 3-1 for Nita. Round table talk says 1-2. Nick, good evening, sir. Or good afternoon for you because you're in America. 1-2 for Nick. Round table talk. Let me bring you into the show. Round table talk. I'm going to be rolling them back, Nick, as well for you and for everyone else that's joined late today. Colin Blackshaw 0-3. Colin B 0-3. Derek Hutchison, are you playing, sir? Nice to have you on board. I'll have to roll back for you as well, Derek. Have you played before? I don't think you have. No, I don't believe you have. So, Derek, we're putting you in now as a new player. There we go. Derek says 1-4. Derek, if you're new to the game, it's 3 points for a correct score line. So if it's a 1-4 to Spurs, you get 3 points. Spurs win by any other, you get 1 point. So Derek Hutchison's in. Right, Side Dancer says 1-4. 1-4. And we've got any more in here? Finn Rickwood says 1-6. And I think that might be the lot that I've got at the moment. Right, so at the moment, I am waiting on EMF. He's darted away. He's going to leave him in the chat. I am missing Ryan G. So the only person I'm missing at the moment, apart from people that have missed the games, is Ryan G. Just checking to see whether Ryan's put anything in there. Ryan G, are you around? Are you around? Are you around? Are you around? I cannot see anything from Ryan G. Top Spurs, you've come in and you've given me a whole bundle of results. So Top Spurs, are you missing from the Brighton game onwards? Because I won't be looking, I'll just put them in. Yes, right. I'm going to put them in as they read for you. 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4-0, 7-1, 3-1, 2-1, and 0-8. Right. So, penultimate game. The penultimate game, so this is game 19. Is that Ryan G come in? Right, so it's 0-3 for Nita in this one. Right, Nita 0-3. And what I will do when we finish doing the scores for people. 0-3. Okay, Nita, I've done it in 0-3. When we finish doing these predictions, when I get to game week 20, I will go back and I will do the predictions that people have missed. Yeah, just for the people that have missed or the people that are joining late. Right. The penultimate game of the weekend. This was a Saturday game, but it got moved to Tuesday. Hence why it's thrown me out. So it's Preston versus Charlton. It was due to be played Saturday. It's now been moved to Tuesday night. So these are the games that I had prepared, but they moved 2 to Tuesday night. So this is one of them. The Big John says 2-1. Jesse says 2-1. Big John. Right, I'm going to put the 2-1ers in first. Side Dancer says 2-1. Oh, shit, my eyes. Let me have a look. Side Dancer says 2-1. Side Dancer says 2-1. Any more 2-1s? Dan Coys is 2-1. Nita, I've changed your score to 0-3 because that's what I think you said you wanted me to do. I've changed it to 0-3 to Tottenham. Drula 2-1. Right, Jimmy 2-1. Drula's gone 2-1. It's quite a few 2-1s. 2-1 for Carl. Any more 2-1s in there? If there is, I'll put them in. 2-1 for Round Table, 2-1 for Grant. 2-1 for Round Table, 2-1 for Grant. A 2-1 for Archer. Archer's in with a 2-1. Johnny Bethnal Green's in with a 2-1. Right, so that's all the 2-1s I can see out of the way. Now working my way up. Inner Hype has gone for 1-0. Inner Hype 1-0. After in a hype at 1-0, I've got Taigara at 2-all. After Taigara at 2-all, I have Protect You at 3-all. I have Finn at 1-all. Beyond Finn, I've got Adrian at 1-0. Elliot 2-all, coming in late, as she normally does. And a 2-all. Archer 2-1. Colin Blackshaw 1-all.
You don't get a dozen. Nearly. Last 2 are cooking, so you can come start taking them if you want.
1-all for Nita.
They're done. They're just reheating a little bit. They're not cold. They've got a bit colder because I've got the oven on for a minute.
1-all for Nita. 1-2 for David Clark.
No, because it's cold.
1-2 for David Clark. 1-0 for Ronnie.
Mum, you want to come get some?
Yeah.
1-0 for Ronnie. 1-all for Gus Parker.
No Chelsea?
No what? It's very hard to find this.
Gus Parker, you've given me 1-all. You gave me 1-0, now you've given me 1-all. It's fine, I can put that in for you. Vindaloo says 1-all.
Please, can we start from the back here?
Right, Neil 0-2 for Neil. I'm nearly done with these ones. That Neil there yet. I've got Derek's Mikey Romero 2-0. Mikey Romero. 2-0 for Mikey Romero. I'm working myself up. So, right. Spurs GCTV. You would have given me or where Spurs GCTV. You got down at the bottom. Oops, excuse me. Down at the bottom of this one. 2-0 for Ryan G. Yeah, 2-0 for Ryan G.
No, I've got a minute.
Is that everything further down done? Yep. I'll look up. Ian Math. Spurs GCTV. Where are you? Let me have a look. When it gives me a score, and it would have done. Spurs GCTV. No, I haven't got a score for Spurs GCTV. Spurs GCTV. I haven't got a score for you, sir. No, I haven't got a score for Spurs GCTV. Right. Graham went 2-1. Did he? Where am I missing Graham then? Nice defeat for me. Where is he? 2-1. Okay, fine. Right. Last game of the 20. And then I'll do the rollback for the people that started late. I've also gone for 2-1 in this game to Preston as well. Right. The last game was another game that was due to be played Saturday, but it's been moved to Tuesday. The last game is Mansfield versus Wigan. Mansfield versus Wigan, please. And then for the people that were late, I will, and people that have missed scores, I will go back and roll back for you. And for them people, I am talking about Colin, Mikey Romero, Quez, Nick Fadley, Paul G, Stacey, Colin Blackshaw, Grant Pack and Tigaro, Nick and Derek. I will go back and do the scores for you. Right, Big John's the first one in at 2-1. Bear with me a second. 2-1. Right, 2-1. First of all, from Big John, I'm going to go in with the 2-1s. Start with because I can see quite a few already. Yeah, copy. It's Big John. Big John. Oh, you're all done, Big John. You're in. Jesse, 2-1. Jess, you're completed. You're in. Kuva. Sorted, mate. You're in. Any more 2-1s? James is going for a 2-1. James is going for a 2-1. You're in, James. Nick is going for a 2-1. Nick at 2-1. Any more 2-1s? David Clark's got a 2-1. David Clark, 2-1. Thanks, Jesse. Just make sure. Two 2-1 for Ryan G. Okay, 2-1 for Ryan G. 2-1 for Ryan G. Right, Ryan, you're in. You're done. Right, okay, so you're done. The 2-1s are done, and I'm going to have to work out the other ones now. Paul G has gone 1-3. Paul G 1-3. Paul G13, you're Paul G. I've got a roll back for you. Carl Simpson 1-2. Carl Simpson, you're in. Grant Packham 1-3. Grant Packham, I need to roll back for you as well, Grant, which I will do so. Mikey Romero 0-1. Mikey Romero, I need to roll back for you as well because you've missed a few. 0-1. Potato Stew 0-2. Potato Stew, you're in. Potato, you're done. Colin Blackshaw 0-0. Colin, I need to roll back for you, sir. You're 0-0. Vindaloo says 1-2. Vindaloo, you're done. You're in. Fully done. Derek Hutchison 0-2. Derek, I need to roll back for as well to get your scores fully up to date. So you bear with me. I will roll back for you as well. I'll roll back for all of you as a group. Jimmy Hotspur 1-2. Jimmy, you're done, mate. You're in. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Ronnie 3-1. Ronnie, you are in. Thank you very much, Ronnie. Drula 1-2. Drula, you are in. Thank you very much, Drula. Custom Spoons 1-all. Are you done, Custom Spoons? Custom Spoons, you are done, mate. You're in. All scores are in for you, Custom Spoons. The results show for this will be next Thursday, by the way. And the next predictions for next week is on Monday. We'll be doing the next predictions on Monday. David Clark has gone for a 2-1. David Clark is in. Graham 0-2. Graham, you are in. I hope you go and feel better. Get yourself fighting fit. Nita 2-2. Nita, you are in. Have a lovely weekend. Totspurs 1-2. I've got a feeling that Totspurs is in as well. Yep. Daz, you're in. Have a lovely weekend to you and your family, mate. Totspurs is in. Neil 1-2. Neil, have a lovely weekend, mate. You are in. Remember, results show for this is next Thursday, and the predictions for next week will be on Monday because there's an overlap because there's Premiership games on Tuesday and the 2 last FA Cup games are on Tuesday as well. So there'll be an overlap. Tigaro 2-0. Bear with me, Tigaro, because I have to roll back for you as well. Adrian is 1-all. Adrian, thank you. You're in. Dan Coys says 1-all. Dan Coys. Dan, you are in, mate. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant weekend to you, sir. Ryan G says 2-1. Ryan G, you're in. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Johnny Bethnal Green at 0-2. Johnny, you are in. You've got all yours. Have a lovely weekend. Archer says 1-0. We go back for Archer. Archer, where's Archer? Archer. There's Archer there. Archer says 1-0. Archer, I have got all of yours, mate. Have a lovely weekend. Ellie says 1-2. Ellie, you are fully loaded. Have a lovely weekend, and I hope that you get on the men soon. Gus Parker. Gus, you're in, mate. Have a lovely weekend, pal. Ed M10. Ed M, you are in, mate. Have yourself a lovely weekend. Side Dancer says 1-3. I'm missing a few people, I think, just a couple. 1-3. Sai, you're in. You're fully locked. Have a lovely weekend, Sai, and I hope that you are on the road to recovery. In a hype says 0-2. In a hype says 0-2. Nice to have you back in a hype. Happy New Year to you, sir. And 0-2, you're all locked in. Kuba says to me, thanks, Jose. Have a good match tonight. Failing that, bang up the other eyes and you can look like a sidekick to Batman. Thank you to Drula. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jose. Good evening, all. Hit a like and make sure to subscribe. Thanks from Custom Spoons. Jose, have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks from Archer. Thanks from Jim. Thanks from Jess. Right, who else have we got? Finn Rickwood says 1-1. Right, Finn, you are in. I've got all yours, Finn. You're in, mate. Thank you very much. Right, so the people that I'm missing on this are right, Ian Smith, all right, fine. Colin, I don't know where Colin is. Right, okay, so I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll back, right? So when we roll back, any new players that are wishing to play, you're more than welcome to join now. All right. Now, what I will do when I roll back, I'll call your names. I'll tell you the team. No, I'll put up the game, and I'll tell you who this refers to. So the first game that I need is Birmingham versus Lincoln. Now, this is for any new players, plus Colin Blackshaw, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, and Derek Hutchinson. I need scores from yourselves for this game. Yeah. So anybody new wishing to play, plus the 5 people I've just called out. So Colin B is saying 2-0. And then we have Derek Hutchinson at 3-1. We have Nick at 2-1. Grant at 2-0. And Tigaro at 3-0. Right. Next game is for the same 5 people. Anyone that's new, plus the same 5 people again. And that is for Bristol City versus Wolves, please.
Do you want any more tacos? There's 2 out here for you.
No, Piggy. Go away. Go away. Go away.
Did you like it?
Right, Colin B is coming in with a 1-2.
No, Kyla.
Tigaro 1-0.
How many did you have? No.
Nick has come in with a 2-1. And Derek has come in with 2-1. So all I'm missing is Grant. Grant, your score for this game, please.
No, Kyla.
Grant, do you have a score for this game? 0-1. Thank you very much. So the next game is again for the same 5 people. And the next game is, and anyone new that wants to play, Middlesbrough versus Blackburn, please. Middlesbrough versus Blackburn. Right, we have got 2-1 for Nick. Nick's on a 2-1. A 1-0 for Colin B. A 3-2 for Derek. And a 3-3 for Tigaro. And Grant again. Grant, what say you, mate? Grant says 2-2 for this game. Right, this next game is for the same 5 people again. And the next game for you guys is Liverpool versus Accrington Stanley. Liverpool, Accrington Stanley, please, people. And you, Dazza, mate, you have a great weekend, son. Take care, you and your family. 2-1 for Roundtable Talk. 4-0 for Colin Blackshaw. 6-0 for Tigaro. A 4-1 for Derek Hutchinson. Grant again. Come on, Grant. We got football tonight, so I need to get this rattle through these. Liverpool versus Accrington Stanley, Grant. Where are you? Are you coming in? We've got 4-0. Right, Grant, 4-0. Same 5 people again. Is it the same 5 people? Yeah, same 5 people again. And your next game is Leicester versus QPR. Leicester versus QPR. Same 5 people. Two, 1 for Nick. 3-1 for Colin. Colin, you are in. You're done, Colin. 2-1 for Tigaro. 5-1 for Derek Hutchinson.
Oh, God, hurry up.
Grant, just missing you again. 2-0 for Grant. Right, so this next one is for the 4 of you and Paul G. Paul G, you are now back in. So it's Paul G, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, and Derek. Bournemouth versus West Brom, please. Johnny Bethnal Green, thank you for the support, mate. I'm glad that you're still listening. I hope you and your family are really well, mate. Paul G says 2-0. 2-0 for Paul G. Round Table Talk says 2-1. 2-1 for Nick. 3-1 for Tigaro. 2-1 for Grant. And 3-1 for Derek. Right, the next game is for Paul G, Stacey, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, and Derek. Brentford versus Plymouth, please, gentlemen and ladies. Mikey, I'll come to your game in a minute. When I get to your game, I'll jump you in. You've missed 3 games. I'll jump you in when you're ready, Mikey. I'm just doing them in order. And as and when you need to jump in, I will let you guys know. It just makes it easier instead of darting all over the place, mate. 3-1 for Paul G. 2-1 for Nick. If I just do them in order, I'll get you all in. 5-0 for Tigaro. 3-0 for G, for Grant. And a 5-1 for Derek Hutchinson. Right, the next game is for, again, it's for Paul G, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, and Derek. And that's Chelsea versus Morecambe. Chelsea versus Morecambe, please, people. And is Colin missing? No, Colin's in at the moment. Okay. 2-1 and a 4-0. Oh, this is jumping. Who said 4-0? Paul G said 4-0. 4-0 for Paul G. 2-1 for Nick. 6-0 for Derek. And 8-1 for Tigaro. Tigaro, you can see goals, and so can Derek. And then I'm missing Grant. 6-0. Grant can see goals as well. Right. The next game is for Grant, Tigaro, Nick, Derek, Stacey, Paul, Quez, if he's here as well. Quez, you're in on the next game. And that is Exeter versus Oxford. Exeter versus Oxford, please, people. Paul, you are now fully in. Have a great evening, mate. Thank you very much. You're in, mate. 0-0 for Derek. 1-2 for Grant. Paul G, you're done. 2-1 for Nick. And Tigara missing. No worries, Paul. You take care, mate. Have a lovely weekend, you and the family. Tigaro says 2-3. Right, this next game is for Grant, Tigaro, Derek, Stacey, Quez, and Mikey Romero. You're all back in. The other ones, you're all back in. And that is Norwich v Brighton, please, people. Norwich versus Brighton. So in this one, Mikey, Quez, Stacey, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, Derek. One, 3 for Mikey. 1-2 for Grant. 2-3 for Derek. And Tigaro 0-2. Right, this next game is for Mikey, Quez, Stacey, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, Derek. And that's Forest versus Luton. Please. Forest v Luton. Two, 1 for Nick, 3-1 for Mikey, 3-0 for Tigaro, 3-0 for Grant, and a 6-1 for Derek. This is how Derek can see goals. Right, this next one is for Mikey, Stacey, Grant, Tigaro, Nick, and Derek. And that is Reading versus Burnley, please, people. Reading v Burnley. One, 2 for Nick.
No.
1-2 for Derek. 1-1 for Grant. 0-2 for Mikey. Mikey, you are done. Have a lovely weekend. You are in. And now I'm just missing Tigaro. Tigaro, Reading versus Burnley. 3-1 to tie. Right, so now this next game is for the 4 of you again. And that's Sunderland versus Stoke. So this is for Grant, Tigaro, Nick, Derek, and David Shear if he was about. Taigaro says I've changed it to 1-3. Done, Taigaro. I've changed it to 1-3. Round table. So it's 1-2 for Nick. No, you've got to do this one, Grant. I'm waiting for you on this one, mate. Sunderland versus Stoke, 3-0. Grant, you are done now, mate. You're in, Grant. Have a lovely weekend. See you tonight. Derek Derek Hutchison 1-0, and it's just Taigaro score. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out, people, or on the way in, however it is. 2-1 for Taigaro. Right, this next game is for Ty, Nick, Derek, Quez, and David Shear. I think they've gone to bed, but there we go. Right, Leeds versus Harrogate for you three gentlemen. Leeds versus Harrogate. 2-1 for Nick. 4-0 for Taigaro. Taigaro, you are in, my friend. You are done. You are in. Right, it just remains. This is just for Nick. And the only two that are here to play at the moment is Nick and Derek. Your next game is Manchester City versus Salford. Man City versus Salford, please. Two 2-1 for Nick.
Which video are you doing? Trouble? Come on here.
Yes, Mikey, have a lovely weekend, mate. Have a lovely weekend. Derek has gone 4-0. Right. Derek and Nick, your next game is Coventry versus Sheffield Wednesday. Coventry, Sheffield Wednesday, please, gentlemen.
Why ruin this time? You say it's because it's not replicable.
2-2 for Derek. Taigaro, take care, mate. God bless you. 1-2 for round table. And the last game for you two gentlemen is Leyton Orient versus Derby. Leyton Orient versus Derby, please, gentlemen. 2-1 for Nick. Nick, you are now in. I have 20 scores from you. Derek, you are now in, sir. I have 20 scores for you. Can I just confirm, Derek, is this your first time playing? I think it is. Because if it is, I need to highlight you as a new player. I'm sure it's your first time playing. I believe it is. I believe it's your first time playing, Derek. Yeah, I think it is. Which means that, yeah, it is. Yeah, Derek. So the results for this will be next Thursday. And then we'll do the predictions for the Premiership will be next week. When we do Premiership predictions, which is the normal weeks, I always throw anything between 3 and 5 games bonuses. But this week there's no Premiership, but people can still gain points. And I always do this. I always add a bulky week. So thank you very much for joining in. Just hit the notification bell. You'll know when we're next back on to do the predictions. As you can see, it's a light-hearted show. Do it at the end of the week normally. And get everybody in the community involved that comes in. So thank you very much. And what I will say is I need to thank today Peter Kagayas, who gifted 5, 10, 15, 20 channel memberships from Peter. So Peter sponsored the show today. Thank you very much. Stacey, flexing her 2-month member badge, Rinketic with a 1-month member chat, and Jessie with her 5-month member chat. Thank you, every single one of you that have become members. If you'd like to become members, it's your call. The membership link is pinned into the chat for those that do want to become members of the show. I will be doing a members show next week. So it will be a members only show where people come on, have their say, have a chat with me about absolutely anything they want to talk about. I don't steer the show in any way. It's only fair that members should be able to talk about what they want to talk about without having to be influenced by me or anybody else. But again, I thank you all for joining in. If you are watching this on playback, can you please remember to smash the like button? And again, oh, Quez, you're back. Quez, I can do you now, mate. Quez, you're back. I was shutting up. I'll do you now. Look, Quez, how's this for you? Start from here, Quez. The ones that you've missed. Exeter, Oxford, Quez. Start from there. Yeah, if you're watching this on playback, then please hit the like button and also leave your comments on the stream for the show. And if you're going to do your predictions, Quez, Exeter, Oxford, mate. And I'll run through your ones that you've missed quickly because I've got to go and play football. But you've got to be quick with me, Quez. Exeter, Oxford. If you're quick with me, I'll do it with you. 1-2. Right, Quez, next game. Right, you've gone 1-2. Next game, Quez, is that one. Norwich, Brighton, Quez. Norwich, Brighton, Quez. Next one, Quez. Forest, Luton. I'm only doing the games you missed, Quez, yeah? 3-1. Okay, 3-1 for this one. Right, the next game that you missed, you were in for the next two, then you missed from here on in, you have missed. Leeds, Harrogate, please, mate. Leeds versus Harrogate. Three, 3-1. Right, next one. Man City, Salford. Okay. You put 3-1 twice. Okay, it's 4-0 you've gone for this one then. Right, Quez, the next game for you, mate, is Coventry, Sheffield Wednesday. Cov versus Sheffield Wednesday. Two all. Right, the next game that you've missed is Leyton Orient Derby. Leyton Orient Derby, please, mate. Two, 2-1. Right, next one you've missed is Tamworth versus Tottenham, please, Quiz. Zero, 3. Next one you've missed is Preston versus Charlton. 0-1. And the last one you missed, mate, is Mansfield versus Wigan. A 1-1 draw, yeah? Right, Quez, you're in, mate. I've got you all your scores. You are in. Right, people, thank you very much. I wish you all a good weekend. As I was saying, can you please make sure you hit the like button if you are leaving the stream? If you are leaving your predictions in, can you also hit the like button for the stream? And add your comments after the stream if you so wish. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching today. It's been a marathon. It's 3 hours and 30 minutes of predictions. But finally, we've got there. Everyone have a blinding weekend. Listen to get the notification bell on to see when we're next back on. Derek, God bless you. Good luck. As I said, the results show for this will be next Thursday, but the next predictions for the Premiership will be on Monday. So we'll be back Monday for another show. But thank you, everyone. Take care of yourselves. God bless you all. And again, it's come on, you Spurs. And for me, in the big hands, I trust. Take care, everyone.